Guys, what's going on? It's the Block Bull right about now, bringing you the latest episode to the channel now. The markets are beginning to correct. You can see over here in the shortlist over on tradingview.com over here. So you can see here Gala and Ethereum both down 6-7% here. Velo as well coming down nicely, 5% XDC. Dogecoin, total market cap, HBAR, Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin actually lost 90k very, very briefly. So obviously the leading key indicators and cryptos in the space is going to be Bitcoin, and we're also going to take a look at the ticker symbol others as well, which is the whole of the crypto landscape excluding the top 10. Okay, we'll have a quick look at XRP as well. We all know where, you guys that subscribe and watch the channel frequently, where these crypto markets are going, in my belief anyway. Yeah, so Bitcoin is managing to hold up here. We did get a liquidation spike down here literally in the last couple of hours. So Bitcoin at the moment is back up here in this sort of purple supply and demand zone. So as soon as we get a close out of here, it looks as if it is lights out for Bitcoin. Can Bitcoin really hold it? If not, we will be looking, in my view, coming down to this red moving average down here. So that's a 200-day moving average. Okay, so once that is triggered, that would sort of confluence as well and coincide with this sort of high of the sort of March consolidation, where we actually basically traded sideways for approximately about 7-8 months, okay, before we got that breakout around 73, 74k. So I do expect Bitcoin to roll over at this point, okay. Everybody is too bullish in my view because we had good sort of parabolic moves from the US elections around the 5th of November. Everybody is assuming that we are going to get another parabolic run once Donald Trump does come into office on the 20th of January. Now, that is the easiest way to actually set a bull trap. And this is exactly what's happening. And I posted over on my X as well, literally shortly before. So I said the inauguration is the biggest bull trap I've ever seen. Almost fooled me, and I'll be real. I'll be really almost fooled me, to be honest with you. But it's only because I pay attention to charts now. I can actually navigate these markets. Okay, so you've got TikTok mums saying make sure you're in XRP by the 20th of January. So this is how bad it got. Ultimately, people used to say, as soon as the taxi driver is talking about crypto, that's when you know to sell. That's when tops are going in. That's when you know to sell your crypto. Okay, if this isn't an indication of when to sell your crypto with TikTok mums, telling you to get into XRP, then I don't know what is, guys. But again, never financial advice. So we are closely monitoring these charts now. So Bitcoin, in my view, if it does lose, I would say about 91.5k. Let's just have a look, see what this closed at. So this closed at 91,928. So I believe if we do close today, again, it's full moon today. So if that gets closed below 92k, it is going to be lights out this week. I do believe we will get a close above 92 and fill the market, because this is what's been happening a lot of the times over in Gala and also in Velo as well, which I've been following closely. So what's been happening is you've been getting really positive closes, but then that is ultimately, that's almost like a fake out, and then it does the adverse sort of reaction to what you was expecting it to do. So you get a positive close, and then the price goes and basically fools everyone and goes in the opposite direction. It happens all the time in crypto, not so much in Forex, which is predominantly where my background was prior to getting into crypto like 4 or 5 years ago. Okay, so that is Bitcoin, but some big moves are expected this week. We've got Gala here, so let's quickly visit Gala. Gala's sort of broken this structure here, which was acting as support. So we're currently trading below support here. So this is a daily as well. The daily 200-day moving average. Again, this is institutional money. So institutional money a lot of the time gets in around this sort of level here. So we're trading levels, okay, from one level to the next. And that's where the smart money gets in. They don't just come on the charts and start buying because they think it's, a cheap discounted price. They wait for specific levels. Now, if I scroll out of here, I'll show you the sort of levels that I've actually inserted here. So again, we're always interested in highs and lows, yeah? Buy low, sell high. It's as simple as that. And you can see where the highs have been going in here. And this would have been a great selling opportunity here where we sort of marked out the head and shoulder pattern. We've also got an inverse head and shoulder pattern. So there's a lot of indecision with Gala at the moment. So I do expect us to continue rolling over. I do expect us to get to at least this 200-day moving average. And I would expect us to sort of main the inverse head and shoulders before we do get going in the bull market. So this sort of section here will be a brilliant entry in my view, which is about 2 cent 2, 2 cent 3 in my opinion. So that is Gala. Now, I'm going to bring you guys, before I move on to the big boys like XRP, XDC, I'm going to show you, I'll actually bring it up now. So if we just type in others, so this is a total crypto market cap excluding the top 10. Yeah, so we're not including Tether, we're not including Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, any of the sort of, big, large caps, if you will, because they're in the top 10, clearly. Now, in terms of the market structure and the 200-day moving average, the 200-day moving average is approximately 20% away. So there's a good 20% dip at least across majority of, cryptos, excluding the top 10. And then this sort of structure here, we're talking around sort of 30%, I would say. That's not to say that we can't fall lower. If that is the case, I would be looking at this sort of shelf here where we did sort of start marking these highs in this consolidation range before we got going here. So what I would be marking out is around this sort of level here. Yeah. So altcoins, again, outside of the top 10, I would be saying I'll be looking at around the 60% retracement from sort of current price action. Obviously, a lot of cryptos are down significantly. For example, like Gala, that's already down around 50-60% since it did put its high in over the last 2-3 weeks, whenever it was. Okay, so a lot of cryptos are down massively already, but what I'm saying is we could have a good 60% correction further to go. Now, let's have a look at XDC, XRP pair. So that's still above where I would be looking at entering. XRP, let's have a look at you. XRP ran up beautifully from US elections when Donald Trump basically got elected. And this is why everyone is anticipating a massive parabolic run on the 20th. Yeah, on the 20th of January. Yeah, so we're either going to get going really big or we're going to capitulate. It's like almost like a 50-50. But in my view, it's not 50-50 because we do have historical data suggesting that the laws do come after the Bitcoin halving, usually 33 weeks after halving. However, that did mark the top around here. So I do believe these key dates, especially measuring from the Bitcoin halving and also measuring from the US elections, is crucial. And at the moment, it's an inverse correlation. So usually, like I say, you get the law in the previous 2 cycles with XRP, 33 weeks, and then 38 weeks, we go parabolic. Okay, we're still going to get a big move. And this is the 38th week when we see parabolic moves. If you've not seen the previous video, wait until the end of the video and it should come up as a thumbnail in the outro. Okay. Now, in that video, I was stipulating that the big moves still happen when we anticipate it, but it isn't necessarily in our favor to the upside. Okay, so I do believe this is going to absolutely crumble and we are going to see around that sort of 50 cent mark, in my opinion. Okay, for me, there's a very, very high probability that is going to happen, and this is why I'm in dry powder at the moment. Okay, if we do get the SEC appeal and it's positive and I do start seeing XRP running up, then obviously we could jump back in. But again, in that other video, I was saying do not be jumping in and do not be chasing green candles. We're not in that business. We would be looking at getting into XDC, running that up 200% up against XRP, and then we can sort of, balance the book. So that was kind of our plan. But the best advice will be just to watch this channel. Do you know what I mean? I'll keep you up to date the best I can. Monday to Thursday, usually. I don't tend to drop videos on a Friday unless it's significant, just because, people are out gallivanting, people are out socializing, so it doesn't get the exact same views that, Monday to Thursday video would get. And for example, like on a Sunday does well. Most people are just chilling, just enjoy watching a bit of YouTube on the weekend. So yeah, that is XRP, XDC as well. Let's have a look at XDC. We'll take a look at XDC and then we'll get over to Velo as well. Have we covered Velo? I can't remember. I cover these charts all the time, so I don't know if I'm coming or going sometimes. So let's have a look. We did break out of this falling wedge pattern again. We did get some strong closes here. So this is what I'm talking about, where we get a positive close. So this candle here was sort of marking the high. Yeah, and then we've got this green candle a positive clause. So this is what I'm saying, where you get a positive clause and then it has an adverse reaction with the market. So in my view, we're going to lose this sort of level in my view. And then this sort of order block down here in the purple, this stands at around just above sort of 4 cent, and that would coincide with this green line here. So that was a Bitcoin halving price. Okay, which is what I'm always interested in. So it's a little bit lower than the sort of purple, but that would be enough to wick and take out these lows of this order block here. So I would expect probably even just shy of 4 cent. Again, we got 200-day moving average in coming in here, so that's a brilliant sort of buy order here. So again, these are lagging indicators with the 200-day. So if we just follow that up, I would be looking at getting in this sort of region here between about 3 cent 8 all the way up to about 4 cent 5. It just depends on how risk averse. Obviously, you'll be buying higher if you want to catch the boat. If you're confident it's going to fall lower, obviously you're going to get a better bang for your buck if you're entering the trade at around 3 cent 8. There's also the off chance as well that this sort of wedge could be playing out even further than anticipated, so you could bring it out here. So there is the off chance that we could fall lower under sort of 2 cent. And again, if there is some sort of geopolitical black swan event, we could even get down to the low. So this would account for any of the cryptos. This could be a complete washout. Yeah, Jim Cramer is saying it's going to be a complete washout now. He's got a reputation in the crypto markets that usually what he says, the opposite happens. So if he says it's going to tank, usually it pumps. And if he says buy, usually that's a selling indicator. Okay, but you know what? A broken clock is right twice a day. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think this time around, this is going to be the biggest bull trap you have ever seen in the crypto market. But guys, we've got dry powder. Again, we are literally only a click away from entering the market if things don't go as I expect. Okay, so just make sure to follow, make sure to subscribe, and I'll keep you up to date the best I can, guys. If you guys need a crypto plan, make sure to click the link down below. It is at theblockbulls.com. That's the XDC XRP plan. I do have further updates to come. So like I say, I'm probably looking at around February, end of February, March time before I do release the plans. But that'll give you a step-by-step guide when to exit your positions. It's actually come down in value because, like I said, it's pegged to the pound. So it's only $93. That'll save you money. Obviously, we've got this free content going as well. So yeah, grab yourself a plan. Make sure that you survive the the bloodbath, which is yet to come round. But yeah, I've been the Block Bull. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. As always, I've been the Block Bull. Until next time, the Block Bull is over and out.